Hey y'all, it's me again, the Rock Doctor, coming at you live with yet another installment of Rock Guitar 101. So today I wanted to address a common problem amongst my intermediate students, and that is, why do my solos sound like I'm meandering? It's because you are. Yes, if you want to stop just fumbling around and hoping your licks work, if you know some licks, this is what you've got to do. There's three important things here that you need to be able to do. First one, make sure you're actually playing some licks, some musical sentences that you know. Yep, you've got to be able to sing them. And you have to know, in the case of these four essential licks, you've got to know how to end them. That's the key here. All these licks are simple that I have on my channel. The key point is knowing how to end the note, and you've got to end it on a chord tone. So there's step one. The second point, again, knowing what chords you're playing over and how long they last. Our licks are tied directly to those chords, and in most cases, most of these licks last for two measures, and the way these chords are set up, there's two chords, one measure each in a little chordal phrase, and then there's a couple more stitched together. But so you've got two measures to play. That's how long you've got to play, and the other thing is knowing how to end it. So the way I structured these licks, and these are really not my licks, these are common phrases, but the final note of your lick is going to usually hit on the one of the second measure when the new chord comes in. And so you have to internalize all that to make this work. Yep. F note for the F chord. A note for the F chord. C note for the F chord. And then G for the G chord. Now let's look at the dry erase board. I'm using my backing track at A number 1 again. There's two sections. The first section has this. Look, I've got a measure of A minor and a measure of F. I have a lick for that. That's 2 measures long, so there are my licks. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the lick on one of the chord tones of F. And look, take a look up here. Here are the chord tones of F. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm going to end it on F. I'm going to end it next time around on A. Third time around, I'm going to end it on C. Same lick, though. I'm using essential lick number 4 from my series of 4 essential licks. The other thing about the chord tones, but if you don't know your theory yet, or your chord, your how to spell triads and all that shit, if you don't know that, don't worry. All you need to know are your basic chords and how to find your notes. So let's check this out. If you look at a cowboy F chord, in the first position, look. The low note on the D string 3rd fret, that's F. That's a safe note to end on. On the G string 2nd fret, that's A. Another safe note to end your lick on. On the B string 1st fret, that's a C. That's another safe note we're going to end on. I'm going to use all three because that goes 3 times through. This little chordal patch does. And I'll play the lick once and end it on F. Then I'll end it on A. Then I'll end it on C. Okay? Then the final part of the first section is a measure of E minor to a measure of G. I'm just going to do this once because I don't want the video to be too damn long. But I'm going to play the same lick again. And I'm going to end it on a G note. And it's going to time up with the second measure there. When the G hits, I'm going to hit a G chord. All right. Then let me do all that now, and then we'll take a little break, and I'll come back and we'll discuss this second section, okay? That's a little different concept. It's one more step. F note for the F chord. A note for the F chord. C note for the F chord. And then for the G chord. Now, check this out. The second section of this backing track repeats twice the way I recorded it. But here's what we have. We have a measure of A minor, a measure of G, a measure of F, and a measure of A minor. And what I'm going to do here is a little different. I'm going to kind of mimic the rhythm and the suggested melody that those chords have. Every batch of chords, if you listen, has kind of a hummable melody. So I'm going to steal that rhythmic idea, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the lick, but I'm going to modify it slightly. I'm going to end it on a G. I'm going to end it on an F, and then at the end I'm going to end it on an A, and I'll do it twice in a row. I'll also tab all this up so you can see it too. But again, I'm following the rhythmic idea and the melodic idea that the chords have all on their own on this section. Okay, hold on. So I think you can see and hear that those chords went ba 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 da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da, and I made my licks do the same thing. So that's a technique you can use once you get to the point where you're free enough to kind of manipulate your licks. You can change your licks up a little bit to follow the rhythmic and melodic ideas that the chords have already in them, and that's what I did there. All right, so that's really quite a lot, but it's very beneficial, and it's way better than just hoping that by wiggling your fingers in a shape of a scale or an arpeggio that you're going to get something that sounds good. Because if you you might. But the whole thing here is this is a language. We're mimicking what other people do in the genre that sound good, so that we can sound good. Yeah. So if we're playing classic rock, there's from the 70s, there's one way to do it. The 80s it evolved a little bit. The 90s it changed again. So forth and so on. And if we play shred stuff, it's a little different, but the concepts are the same. If we play blues, again, it's a little different, but the concept is the same. If we play jazz, the concept is a little more convoluted, but it's the same. We've got to follow the chord changes with our lines. That's what we're doing. All right, so it's me, the Rock Doctor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, order me a pizza, and find me a hot chick bass player. And I hear my phone ringing, but I can't answer it. All right, I'm out of here. I love you. Bye.